Star Wars Theory is a Disney shill.
Star Wars Theory is a Disney shill. Star Wars Theory is a Disney shill. He's a giant Disney shill. Star Wars Theory is a Disney shill. He makes more money for himself and Disney by pushing their shit-ass sequel trilogy on his channel.
I'd like to give away another Black Series Force Effects lightsaber. Do it! So comment below which one you guys want, throw this video a like, and I'll pick a winner in a week.
I think he should pay for helping to ruin Star Wars.
That's right, folks. I know he's on our side. He's with us. He's about George Lucas.
That's why they call me the George Lucas purist, baby.
But is he really?
Would really make a lot of old school Legends fans like myself feel at home.
You may have heard me talk about this prior, but we've only scratched the surface. You know what? Sure, I could expose Star Wars Sexplain, the crossdresser, J.I. Jacob, the fucking AI wife robot fucker, Kyle Katarn that can't debate black people, Simon Rabies, who's fucking not even relevant, or John the PDF Roca. But honestly, does anyone look to one of those people with false hope and optimism about the state of Disney Star Wars? Do they, quote unquote, carry the banner for Star Wars? Are they considered the go-to channel the algorithm pushes for Star Wars content? No, that's the problem. We've got what I once believed as a fence rider at the top. But the more I analyze the situation, he's really a Disney shill grifter that doesn't really give a shit about George Lucas Star Wars, and I'm gonna prove it.
This is it? Let me give you one piece of advice. Be honest. He knows more than you can imagine.
He chooses to shill for Disney. He has knowingly pushed the sequel trilogy for the last 6 months, but when given a chance to say something about Kathleen Kennedy...
This is all Kathleen Kennedy's fault, I'm telling you. I don't know, again, dude, I've never met Kathleen Kennedy. All I've seen are some interviews with her, and I mean, how much can you gather from that?
Disney, at the end of the day, is a business. And this video isn't to expose more of their shortcomings when it comes to being creative and understanding what Star Wars is and George Lucas's legacy, but rather to shed light on what they've done in order to fix it, and to say that it's not too late. In this video, I will explain many of the contrasts between the George Lucas Star Wars movies and the short-sighted Disney Star Wars movies, what they did wrong, and how they can change to make things come back to the way it was. Because at the end of the day, we just want better Star Wars.
At last. Unfortunately, no one can be told Star Wars Theory is a Disney shill. You have to see it for yourself.
I did post a screenshot of myself having a phone call, an incoming call from Lucasfilm themselves about 3 weeks ago or so. Now, while I can't talk about a lot of the things that went on in that call for obvious reasons, I do want to announce something that I can talk about. So, courtesy of Lucasfilm, they are giving me an all-access media badge to Star Wars Celebration for the entire duration of Celebration. So this is going to be my first time at Star Wars Celebration. I've never been there, and I'm going to be doing a lot of work with Lego Star Wars while I'm there. So a big thank you to Lucasfilm for giving me a media badge so I can attend the event, and a huge thank you to Lego Star Wars for having me out at their panel. Content that I'm really interested in capturing is the Episode 9 panel, which is going to have J.J. Abrams' Rise of Skywalker novelization. If you haven't gotten the book, it comes out in just about a week or so now. This is the last celebration that the Skywalker saga is still alive. So I want to cover the Episode 9 panel. I want to cover the Jedi Fallen Order game. If you didn't know, we're getting a game called Jedi Fallen Order. It's by Respawn and EA. I would rank Jedi Fallen Order at a 9.8 out of 10. I couldn't be more excited for that, as well as the Clone Wars panel with Dave Filoni.
Oh man, what a beautiful conclusion to the Clone Wars and a lovely tie-in to Revenge of the Sith.
Give Dave Filoni more creative control. I seriously think Dave Filoni is the highest position for storytelling in Lucasfilm that there is. I couldn't be more thankful to Lucasfilm and Lego. Thank you to those big companies that support me and like what I'm doing. Thanks to those big companies that support me and like what I'm doing. It's truly awesome.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Ostracized. People will say like, oh, you're shill. I don't get a lot of the opportunities that a lot of Star Wars YouTubers get. Actually, I don't get any of the opportunities that a lot of Star Wars YouTubers get. I couldn't be more thankful to Lucasfilm and Lego. Thanks to those big companies that support me and like what I'm doing. More of just the kind of bullying that I've had to deal with for the last 8 years. I had the nickname Band-Aid in school. Man, I was just bullied a lot. I tend to really stay out of drama. Not surprised, man. I mean, if you guys are surprised, welcome to the last 8 years. Love and support of a bully? Someone who's been bullying someone for... But the 8 years of bullying, you've been literally punching down on me for 8 years. You would think if someone actually really is so infatuated with Star Wars and they're getting flown out to red carpet premieres, they're getting early access to the video games.
Here's the thing. Did you guys ever go to the Battlefront 2 when EA sent us out to Sweden a bunch of times? You guys went to
Sweden?
that, right? No, where DICE Studios are.
No, I went to Germany. I went to Gamescom. Like they sent me to
Gamescom. I
Gamescom.
saw you there. Yeah. So
Oh yeah,
they had,
yeah. I think they sent me out to two or no, it was three. It was three different like Battlefront things. One of them, which I like signed a contract to like never speak of, and then the other two. Were you sitting next to me?
I could have been.
I remember it was
We talked
Alex
a lot during
that
that.
sat next to me, and his wife, and then on the left, I think it was you. I don't know. I remember seeing your card with your name on it at your desk. It was San
All of us
Francisco.
together.
I don't know. San Fran?
Yeah, Redwood. Was that the Redwood Visit
I think so. Yeah, somewhere.
Studios? I can't remember.
They're getting exclusive interviews with the directors, the writers. Yeah, I want to talk about Kenobi.
To me, it was when Disney took over, went up to Lucasfilm and pitched them.
Authors, and they're getting all this free swag. They meet Dave Filoni. They meet all these people. They get to go to Lucasfilm Studios headquarters and do cool stuff.
Follow me.
With 3 million subscribers, his misinformation and lack of real Star Wars knowledge.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about them. Those aren't the first 6 films in the Clone Wars that's Star Wars.
You know, the original saga was about the father, the children, and the grandchildren. And, I mean, that's not a secret to anybody. It's even in the novels.
And obviously we have hundreds of books and comics and everything you could possibly imagine. I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories and various things to Kathy, and I have complete confidence that she's going to take them and make great movies.
I just finished my first NJO novel.
Which one?
I already forgot the name. What's the name of the first one? Oh, damn it. Problem was I listened to the abridged audiobook.
Mixed with his love for Disney Star Wars.
What? What the hell? Holy smokes! That has got to be the coolest goddamn Star Wars thing I have seen in like, I don't know, how many years? Dude, talk about a 180. Like with one trailer, just bring us back.
Dave Filoni.
I'd be much happier if George were in charge. Dave Filoni. George is gone.
It's a strong future for Star Wars. Our force for women characters, strong women characters, intelligent women characters of all description. It won't just stop with 2 movies. It's something we're dedicated to for the foreseeable future.
And there have been times when we wanted to use things from the EU, and I was like, yeah, but we can't use it that way. So I don't want to use it and change it. I don't want to use it and make it something completely different. That's rude.
How rude! It is solely because of Dave Filoni. So any Dave Filoni hater, you got to reassess, let the hate go, man. What more do you want?
I have seen some of this narrative out there of like, well, the Acolyte is the reason that nobody watched this. People that are just saying that, and ignoring Mandalorian Season 2, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, all these other dog shit things did worse and worse in the fucking ratings. But a lot of people wanted to praise that and say, well, it's just Acolyte that made this happen to Skeleton Crew, right? A lot of the people that were sucking fucking Dave Filoni's cock.
Say you're in the desert, you got no food, no water. Papa comes along, zip. Let me give you a little bit of liquid.
Feel like
Lucasfilm, Disney, this is my message to you. If you will ever do one thing in honor of George Lucas, it's to give Dave Filoni more creative control and to greenlight more of his projects, more of his animations. Anything that Dave Filoni does is so on point with what George would have created.
The entire time when all these disgusting, terrible, awful shows that also nobody watched were coming out.
And now
The almighty Favreau. He is going to save us with Mando.
If Jon Favreau took over Star Wars, would you be happy? Yeah. I mean, you know, if we erase Mando 3 and Book of Boba Fett, yeah, I'm happy.
I'm sure next in line will be the all-knowing Sam Witwer. This is more detrimental to our movement to preserve and gatekeep George Lucas, Star Wars, and the expanded universe than some 27-year-old boy with an AI wife who blocks and unblocks people like a bitch on Twitter X. He's controlled opposition, and everyone is quick to come to his defense or white knight for him due to his subscriber count, because he's a nice guy, because he triggers the shills. Credit for the last feat, but let's be honest, who doesn't trigger these fucking Disney shills that isn't left of Karl Marx? So who does Star Wars Theory claim to be? He claims to be a massive George Lucas fan.
The first 6 films always hold. First 6 films are all George sees as canon. And you know, and the Clone Wars, but that's it, really. Everything outside of that is just legends.
Now, as a massive George Lucas fan, you'd expect him to cover George Lucas Star Wars, right? We know he's had his channel for a long time, so has he covered all George Lucas Star Wars? No, he sure as hell hasn't. Why not? Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Star Wars Theory doesn't have to read the EU, but I mean, if you're going to run the biggest Star Wars channel and you've covered everything and you haven't read the EU, why not expand your horizons? I mean, instead of hope peddling for Disney faux wars, embrace the EU. Use its knowledge, I beg you. I mean, now we're playing Call of Duty for hours on end, but you don't have time to make for a George Lucas Star Wars video or read a George Lucas sanctioned expanded universe Star Wars book.
I've explained this already. I don't have time. I run now several businesses and several channels. I don't have time to be writing scripts and all that stuff anymore.
Where are those lore videos you were too busy to make? First, you do a photo op with the new Jedi Order books back in April. And mention, oh, I've got Legacy of the Force incoming as well. 6 months passed. You then said you were too busy. Not too busy to play 26 and a half hours of Outlaws.
Star Wars Outlaws? Oh!
Not too busy to play Call of Duty. Not too busy to, quote unquote, punch down on YouTube channels that aren't even fucking fully monetized yet. So after the photo op, after he was too busy, then decided, hey, I'll hire some ghostwriters to write lore videos. He mentioned it at the beginning of a live stream and thought that was it. He thought he was being slick. Hey, look, I'm being transparent, quote unquote. Well, anyone familiar with the YouTube game knows not everybody shows up to the first 10 minutes of your live stream. And that is exactly what Star Wars Theory was fucking counting on. But Purist, he was transparent. Yeah, sure, at the lowest fucking level possible. On the subsequent lore videos that came out, Star Wars Theory gave no credit to his ghostwriters. Why not? Because he doesn't want his blind followers to know that someone else is doing his work for him. Here's why. Star Wars Theory did a poll shortly after releasing some of his quote-unquote new lore videos, and a whopping 81% wanted more of quote-unquote his lore knowledge. He was getting comments like, these are great, man. You should become a writer for Disney Star Wars. You could write their shows and movies.
But I wanted this so bad. I wanted to be the best. I wanted to create the best type of content that has ever existed. I wanted to create better content than actual Star Wars. Better content than actual Star Wars. Like, you guys don't understand where I want to take this thing. I want to be an empire.
He's so fucking full of himself, he can't admit, I've never read 99% of the EU. I don't like the EU, or I just don't know how to read and can't listen to fucking audiobooks. I mean, come on. The writing is on the fucking wall. Just say it, Star Wars Theory. I only like the movies. Not only the George Lucas saga, but the Disney episodes 7 through 9 too.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything that has been uploaded to YouTube. It has everything we need. This is the world that you know. Star Wars Theory in 2021.
Sequel lover like you and a sequel not enjoyer like me. There's the side that likes it, and then there's a side that, like me, that doesn't like it. Look, I dislike them a lot, especially The Last Jedi. There's, you know, you're not really going to find someone that dislikes it as much as I do.
You've been living in a dream world, Neo.
Sure, I can understand Episode 7 was sick. It was a good movie. 7 for me was... it was really like all of the originals put into one movie, but with different characters.
This is what Star Wars Theory really said about The Last Jedi.
What is going on, everyone? It is 4:30 in the morning, and I just got out of the theater about a few hours ago now, and I've been writing and thinking and just kind of sitting here contemplating everything that I just saw in The Last Jedi. I'd like to give away another Black Series Force Effects lightsaber. Do it! So comment below which one you guys want, throw this video a like, and I'll pick a winner in a week. While The Last Jedi is a great film, The Last Jedi is a great film, Last Jedi, great film. That said, I did enjoy the film. As he held his green Return of the Jedi lightsaber and was about to slash down at Ben to murder him in his sleep. I really enjoyed that flashback. I would see the film twice just for those 2 flashbacks alone. I just saw the end of Episode 9. I'm not here to hate on it. I'm not here to love on it. I don't get anything from Disney at all. If you guys know me, you guys know I get nothing. Have you guys listened to the Dooku Jedi Lost audiobook? It's really good. I love it.
Warning, you may be triggered.
This was really an exceptional ending, and I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed the film.
It would take a Disney shill of epic proportions to not get enraged by how ridiculous this ending was. Palpatine, the greatest villain of all time, went out like a bitch.
I don't need any special handouts. I'm not entitled in any sort of sense. I maybe used to be, but that's something that I've worked on and I've moved past.
You just admitted you're a shill. Jeremy knows Theory's a Disney shill.
And I can't even say it's all of Lucasfilm because there's so many people inside of there that I've spoken to.
Why is he communicating with Lucasfilm? What's going on behind the scenes of Star Wars Theory?
Let's be real about something. There are a lot of things that you guys don't know about what happens behind the scenes, okay? A lot of things that I don't talk about, that I can't talk about, and that I will never talk about.
I thought he was just a regular fan, and he's got contacts at Lucasfilm? He's guilty of shilling for Disney. Why does he have relationships with anyone at Lucasfilm? What's in it for Disney?
This movie, Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, in my opinion, was really amazing. I genuinely, wholeheartedly loved this movie.
Star Wars Theory started to change his tune on the sequels. Hashtag damage control. Well, if it wasn't for Rian Johnson, we could have had a good trilogy.
Nice little ending to a cute little show for kids, knowing that not everybody is out there is good, and a lot of them are trying to squeeze you for what they can get out of you.
TheorySabers.com.
You know, George Lucas would probably approve of. The friends I have that know George know that he would approve. He does approve. And I can't even say it's all of Lucasfilm because there's so many people inside of there that I've spoken to. I couldn't be more thankful to Lucasfilm and Lego. Thank you to those big companies that support me and like what I'm doing.
Is this to say that it's as amazing as Mando Season 1 or 2? It is what it is. It's fine. It's okay show. It's fun. And sadly, because of the power, it doesn't have the ratings. It has the worst ratings of any Star Wars, apparently. Thought it was fun. Thought it was lighthearted. It was cute. It didn't destroy any lore. It didn't bastardize any characters. And I think it was a step in the right direction. I think it was a step in what George would have wanted. It's really unfortunate that The Acolyte did what it did and alienated more fans. And I would put my channel on this. If this show came out after Rogue One, there would be a lot more people interested to at least give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a chance. This, for me, was more interesting than Solo. I like this more than Solo. Solo was okay, but you know what?
it was whatever. I thought Solo was great, entertaining. I think it really only got backlash because of the backlash of The Last Jedi. Don't think about it too much. At least that's better than the things that came prior. I give the Skeleton Crew like a 7.4, 7.5 out of 10. Can't wait for the next season. If they do make one, I'm in full support of it.
Who is Star Wars Theory?
Sequel lover like you and a sequel not enjoyer like me.
A shill. Star Wars Theory is a lying sack of shit because he's a Disney shill.
No. I don't believe it. It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop. Let me out. Let me out. I want out.
Oh, and the Dave Filoni TCW show.
Oh man, what a beautiful conclusion to the Clone Wars and a lovely tie-in to Revenge of the Sith.
And the Dave Filoni Rebel show.
Hello, Master.
So I finally finished Rebels, divided into two different shows, really epic stuff, which would be a 10 out of 10 for me, and the other half, like a 5.
And the Dave Filoni faux Tales of the Jedi.
This is my Tales of the Jedi review. Absolutely phenomenal. It was a 1000 out of 10 in my opinion. First and foremost, I have to say, Lucasfilm, Disney, this is my message to you. If you will ever do one thing in honor of George Lucas, it's to give Dave Filoni more creative control and to greenlight more of his projects, more of his animations. Anything that Dave Filoni does is so on point with what George would have created that it doesn't feel like Disney ever bought Lucasfilm, and it feels like George is still there. Dave Filoni is the one to create this kind of a masterpiece, whether it is real Star Wars or not. Whether it is real Star Wars or not. Please let this be a show of our appreciation of how much we love Tales of the Jedi. You know, I would literally pay a subscription service just for Tales of the Jedi.
And Rogue One, and Solo.
I thought Solo was great, entertaining. I think it really only got backlash because of the backlash of The Last Jedi.
And the Ahsoka show.
Felt like actual Star Wars. Probably the most Star Wars thing that we have had since the acquisition of Lucasfilm. And it is solely because of Dave Filoni. So any Dave Filoni hater, you got to reassess, you know, let the hate go, man. 10 out of 10 episode. I mean, what more do you, if anyone is going to hate on this episode, I'm going to seriously question their allegiance to George Lucas and Star Wars fandom. Like, I really will be like, what more do you want? Like, literally a perfect episode.
And The Mandalorian Season 1, and The Mandalorian Season 2.
Look at this tweet. Twitter rumors about Mando Season 2 trailer tomorrow night. Anyone got facts on this before I run around the block screaming, "This is the way," 500 times? God damn it. It's like he's getting paid by Disney.
I gotta pay a visit to a little friend.
Here we go, dude. Oh my God. Is that cop? Yes, 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 yes.
They really improved that deep fake, didn't they?
His name was Yoda. He was small like you. Training remote. Get back up. Always get back up.
So much like your father.
Get the F. No! No way. Yo, what? What? Holy shit.
This
what color?
Is a lightsaber. It belonged to my teacher, Master Yoda.
That was the most Star Wars thing I've seen, like, ever, I think. That was more Star Wars than Revenge of the Sith. I feel lucky to be a Star Wars fan right now. I really do.
Whether he's getting paid by Disney or not, it doesn't matter. His actions as the biggest Star Wars channel has done nothing but validate Disney's Star Wars. Oh my God, the Mandalorian trailer. Oh, you gotta watch it. This is the way. This is the way. I'm Star Wars Theory. I love Disney Star Wars.
And Kenobi.
Master Qui-Gon. Well, took you long enough.
Look at me. I cried like a 5-year-old. I'm awesome. I'm the best fan ever. I'm Star Wars Theory, and I'm like really cool.
I'm just being very cautious with my answer. My initial reaction right now is that I like it. Give the show like a 9.7. I would give this episode a 9.7 without the Reva stuff.
And the Charles Soule Vader comics.
I'm going to first say, I like what Disney is doing with all the new Vader stories they're releasing. In the new Vader comic. I highly recommend supporting Marvel by getting a subscription to them online or buying a comic yourself. If you follow the comics, the canon Vader comics by Marvel, I've covered every single one on the channel and I've created a full over 2-hour playlist.
And the Secrets of the Sith book.
The secrets of books, I think, were phenomenal. Like the Secrets of the Jedi, Secrets of the Sith, Secrets of the Bounty Hunters. I have all of them. This new one is the Secrets of the Clone Troopers. So, I mean, I'll be picking it up and checking it out.
And the Rise of Skywalker novelization.
Hey guys, how you doing today? Today we're going to go over some more interesting stuff from the Rise of Skywalker novelization. If you haven't gotten the book, it comes out in just about a week or so now. I think on the 17th of March.
I couldn't be more thankful to Lucasfilm. Thank you to those big companies that support me and like what I'm doing.
And Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order.
It's kind of like in the sequel trilogy with the Wayfinder. And it went off into the High Republic. And the High Republic is this sort of new phase that Lucasfilm has introduced over the last several years. I am intrigued to go and actually read the full thing so I know what I'm actually talking about here and do my due diligence just so that I can actually talk about it and know what I'm talking about.
Ironic.
I just finished my first NJO novel. I thought it was rather insulting to Vader. Overall for the game, I would like to give it a 9 out of 10. I would rank Jedi Fallen Order at a 9.8 out of 10. Amazes me how Lucasfilm games and their books are done so unbelievably well compared to their movies and shows.
And Star Wars Outlaws.
Star Wars Outlaws?
And Disney Battlefront 2 and Vader Immortal. Are you starting to see a fucking pattern here? How can you be a fence rider when you like way more Disney content than you do George Lucas expanded universe content? It makes absolutely no fucking sense. Star Wars Theory, I know you're paying attention. I'm honored that you're paying attention to my 740 subscriber channel, just like you were keeping track of Darth Melvin's non-monetized channel when he exposed you for being a shill 4 years ago.
Star Wars Theory is a Disney shill. He responded to me on Twitter today confirming what I already knew. He is aware of the Disney shill series.
I sense a plot to destroy the Knights of Melvin.
Good. I can feel your anger. I only have 24 subscribers. Strike me down with all of your hate, and your journey toward the dark side will be complete.
And there we have it, folks. Star Wars Theory was shilling 4 years ago, and he's shilling today. He plays it off as a fence rider. He isn't. How do I know he's paying attention to my channel? Well, obviously, we had the Star Wars meltdown he had on Twitter. But more importantly, as of the writing of this script, November 17th, for this portion of it, he has now gone 25 days without releasing one of those highly anticipated lore videos. He promised 1 to 2 lore videos a day. He had great lore writers. They write just like him and yada, yada, yada. They're the best, the lore masters. They think just like him. Recently, after the US election, this shill and grifter extraordinaire started grifting off American politics and making Trump hats about let's make movies great again. When he was just on Twitter talking shit when he had a Star Wars meltdown about how China makes everything Americans use. Talk about not knowing how to read a fucking room. Speaking of Chinese-made drop-shipped sabers or THQ markups, let's look at some of these theory sabers. Sure, we've got sabers pertaining to the movies, some old Republican EU sabers, but we've also got Filoni TCW sabers. We've got Rebel sabers. We've got Cal Kestis sabers. We have Shin Hadi, or as he likes to call, Shin Baddie sabers, and Balin whatever his name sabers. Let's look at some of his channel content. Lots of receipts over there. I've been covering Asajj Ventress and her EU story arc in timeline order on my channel. Meanwhile, this guy only covers TCW and Disney Star Wars Asajj Ventress. Canon, as he likes to call it. And that's another thing. This Disney shill operates in fucking Disneyspeak. Legends.
Would really make a lot of old school Legends fans like myself feel at home
What other Legends content should I cover?
Would really make a lot of old school Legends fans like myself feel at home.
I sure am a fan of Legends. I'm surprised I haven't found a video of him calling the EU the extended universe. Not yet.
That George and Lucasfilm back in the day created with all of the extended universe concept.
Easy, Neo. Easy.
The Last Jedi is a great film.
Touch me. Get away from me. Stay away from me.
Last Jedi, great film. The Last Jedi is a great film. Last Jedi, great film. Last Jedi, great film. Last Jedi, great film. I did enjoy the film.